Welcome to the stream, everybody, especially those of you who are showing up right now and weren't here at the very beginning. We're going to be listening to Jefferey today. It was a donation goal that you guys hit. I probably have heard a couple of these songs here and there, but I've never actually sat down and give this album a listen. So, you know, any of these songs that I have heard were either a friend of mine playing them, you know, when they had the aux cord, or over the radio or anything like that. So really only the biggest hits. So with that said, you know, let's just not waste any more time. Let's just get into it. Track 1 is Wyclef Jean, so apparently the biggest song is also the one that starts off the album. I absolutely have heard this one before, by the way. This is not a first reaction right now. Trash? What are you talking about? His performance is so unique, his flow is cool, his delivery is awesome. The vibe of the song is really unique and different and strange. It's like a reggae trap fusion. Kidding me? This is great, dude. It's Young Thug. His music is weird, but he makes it work for him, so. Yeah, sound selection is so great. That rising horn, the bongos, even the laugh is like on tempo. It's a really unique song, man. It's super creative. Young Thug's performance is always great. I mean, he's doing a great job at singing these notes, man. They're pretty high up there, so he's doing a fantastic job at making the song sound interesting and charismatic and fun. Like I said, it's kind of like a reggae trap fusion because of that little guitar in the background. I like it. You know, I think it's pretty cool. The sound selection for the drums is on point. I like that they added that laughing girl sound effect. The bongos are really cool. They had an interesting, you know, rising horn sound for some of the drops that I thought was awesome. I mean, this is just, you know, it's a hit for a reason. So there's really nothing I can say about it. Track 2 is Floyd Mayweather with Travis Scott, Gucci Mane, and Gunna. Already some really cool little pianos here. Oh my god, that 808 hits really hard. Oh, they're on our test bar. Wow, I'm loving Travis Scott singing in the background too. I could have done with, you know, a kick and a bass line here, but it's okay. Like that 808 on the downbeat is great, but I would have liked an actual bass line. Yo, Travis is actually going crazy right now, actually, dude. I like it, but it's starting to feel a little too long right now. Alright, honestly, there's like 30 seconds left, and I'm, you know, this track just feels a little too long, in my opinion. I'm kind of done with it. You know, the Travis Scott feature was the highest, like the best part of the song, and so after that, it just kind of went downhill. You know, I was just kind of done with it. Definitely feels like it's, you know, too long. Swizz Beats, track 3. Really interesting vibe to this one. I really like the poppy kind of vocal chops, you know, the really high-pitched ones right now. They, you know, they're not really that's not something that you would really hear in hip-hop. That's more almost like a pop kind of, like, almost like an electronic, you know, dance track, something like that you would hear, you know. But Young Thug has always incorporated lots of different sounds and styles from other genres into his hip-hop tracks, which I think is really cool. Makes his sound super unique and just interesting, you know? This is not it. Thankfully he didn't keep that part going, man, because that wasn't it. You know, that's a good song. It's not great, I don't think, though. You know, it's not mind-blowing. I don't know. You know, I've heard so many other Young Thug songs that I prefer. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like this rises up to the level of like a, for example, a Wyclef Jean, or even a Harambe, because I've heard Harambe before. You know, that there's different levels to Young Thug music. Relationship, you know, with Future, like that's you know, S-tier Young Thug, and this just doesn't rise to that level. So it's not bad, but it's you know, it's okay. I wouldn't skip it. I wouldn't skip it though. Number 4 is Future Swag. Wow. She wet like a boat. Oh my god. The energy on this one's crazy. The lyrics are kind of funny. There's some really funny bars there, man. This song is just chaos, man. I'm honestly glad that that track is as short as it is, because I don't think I could have taken, you know, another verse going into another chorus again. You know, I think that the energy on it is great. I like the synths. I like how fast-paced it is. I like how Young Thug is keeping up with the energy on this track. You know, his performance is very energetic as well. The sirens, you know, everything about this track is just super chaotic and energetic and really kind of quirky almost in its own way. It's really strange. You know, it's got a little bit of a weirdness, like an edge to it that is really prevalent throughout this entire project. It's better than Swizz Beats, but it's not as good as Wyclef Jean. So far, Wyclef Jean is the best one. Track 5 is RiRi. This idea of naming each track after someone who inspires him is really fire. This is pretty cool. I like the synth bass, man. That's crazy. This is cool. I like this one. The drums on this one are standing out to me. Huh? Sounds like a dog in pain sometimes, though. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the when he does that thing. I'm not a fan of that, but the rest of the track is pretty cool. That was cool the way he ended it, you know, just cutting out the beat and humming to us a little bit just to close out the track. That was cool. But you know, that that just not for me, dude. It's just not for me. Some people might like it, you know, and that's fine. But I you know, I do like the rest of the track. I think the drums have a really nice bounce to it. I like the synth bass. I like the whole atmosphere to this track. It feels very ethereal and kind of surreal. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of the hook. Maybe a little too long, like 30 seconds too long, but you know, you could just skip it towards the end if he's just repeating the chorus. Yeah, those are my thoughts on RiRi. Next track is Guwop, featuring Quavo, Offset, and Young Scooter. What? Quavo and Offset, where's Takeoff, dude? Just calling on 2/3 of the Migos. Takeoff just sitting in the corner with his arms crossed, just pissed off crying because he wasn't on the track. That's so funny to me, dude. Like, calling one of them, you know, that makes sense. I just want the Offset feature. I just want the Quavo feature for the hook or whatever. But calling 2 of them and leaving Takeoff off is just really funny to me. Are there some notes in the 808 that are off key? Right there towards the end of the bar when the bass goes dun, dun, dun. It has that, like, that little slide up. When it slides up, I don't think it hits a note that's in the right key. I don't gotta act like a gangster, she know. My bad will look like a pole. Yeah, my bad will look like a pole. Wait, that sounds familiar to me. Hold on. Chance the Rapper has a flow that's similar to this. Chance the Rapper has a flow that's just like that one on is it Mixtape? Mixtapes with Lil Yachty? I think it might be. He was literally singing, like, the melodies that he was singing, they aren't in the same key, but it's the same melodic, you know, pattern right there. That's really cool. And yeah, you're right, Young Thug is on Mixtape, so it might just literally just be like paying homage. That's really cool. The little bells that just came in. Oh my God, Quavo. That was when Quavo was on top of the world too, man. That's crazy. Primetime Quavo. I'm definitely not mad at Offset's verse. I think he did a nice job. I just like that Quavo still had a fire flow and he was melodic with it. You know what I mean? His melodies that he was singing, they were like an octave up, and then he pitched his voice down again, another octave lower, and he was just like bouncing around with it and keeping his verse very dynamic, very interesting. So I like that beyond his flow, he was melodic with it. Whereas Offset, he kind of had a melody going on, but it just wasn't as interesting as Quavo's. So I think Quavo had my favorite feature on this one. Beyond that, I think that the drums are really cool. There's a really nice arpeggio in the background. The really nice little bells play in the quarter notes. That's really cool too. And it sounds like there's like a little bit of a gross beat effect towards the end of some of the pads, you know, because they kind of go like wow, wow towards the end of the bar. It's got kind of like that wiggly sound, you know, that gross beat adds to certain effects and certain presets. I think it's cool. I really do like it. Maybe a little too long, but you know, I'm not even mad at that. Track 7's Harambe. I have heard this one before. So if you're watching the video that's edited, I'm just going to be skipping over it onto Webbie. But for the sake of the people who are here watching the stream and for the entertainment value, since you guys are here sticking with me, we're going to listen to it and just vibe out to it, man, because this is probably one of my favorite songs on the project. Absolutely insane. Best beat, craziest performance, most energetic, like catchy, charismatic, captivating, you know, contagious kind of performance from Young Thug. His energy is just, it's gonna infect you and like invade you through your headphones, through your car speakers. You could be having the worst day, man. This comes on, this is going to get you pumped up, it's going to get you motivated and energized, and it's, you know, I love that song so much. Webbie featuring Duke is next. Like those synths. Really bouncy 808 too. This one kind of feels uplifting. I really like it. The ad-libs are hilarious too. I'm gonna do a couple Young Thug ad-libs, just like, yeah, ooh, ooh, yeah, splash. He's just grunting he's playing tennis in the background. I added this one to my playlist because it really is very nice. Oh, there's a little guitar there too. That's really cool. Such a pleasant surprise, man. I used to do this to maintain till I started using 14% of my brain. Is that like a reference to the myth that we only use 10% and he's on a 14%? That's so funny, bro. Man, that's a really pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting that slower paced, kind of beautiful almost sound, you know, from Young Thug here. It's got a really nice little guitar that comes in sometimes, really beautiful pianos. You know, there's just kind of almost like a relaxing fantasy vibe to this, almost like that. Not exactly that, but that's the best word that I can use to describe it. Like, it's just, it feels like this song is floating, you know. It's really light sounding, and yeah, it sounds like it belongs on a cloud somewhere, you know. It's got this like atmosphere that's just really, really nice to it, and light. Really cool. I added that one to my playlist. That's a great song. Kanye West featuring Wyclef Jean. The mood to the instrumentals sounded like it should have been a really uplifting and dramatic kind of a speech, and he was just flexing about his glow-in-the-dark green watch. Yeah, really cool rhythm to this song. Shout out to whoever programmed the perks on this song, man. Those perks are carrying this rhythm. Yeah, hi-hats and perks are carrying this bounce. This is when I feel like the track should end after this chorus. Man, this 4-track run, Harambe, Webbie, Kanye West, and Pick Up the Phone is crazy. The wah in the background is really fire too. Really fire. That's great. Yeah, definitely too long. Like I would have taken out that third, you know, that, I don't know if it was the third verse, the last verse, I would have taken it out. You know, it kept the track around 4 minutes long. That would have been better, I think. I feel like it does go on for a little too long, but the percussion, you know, Wheezy and Cassius J did a fantastic job producing this. Like the really soulful pianos, the bouncy perks and hi-hats, You know, the 808 that jumps like between, it might like jump it up 2 octaves maybe. I don't know if it's just one. But yeah, the really bouncy 808 that like jumps all over the place is really cool. Very interesting vibe to this, very cool atmosphere. I think that's the best way to describe it, is it's cool. It's like, it's not very fast paced. It's not super relaxing though. It's got bounce to it. It's got energy to it, but it's just like that one really cool kid who stands in the corner, doesn't talk to anybody, but everyone's like, wants to be him. That's like this song, you know what I mean? That's what this is. Just really creative. And since I have heard Pick Up the Phone, I am going to play it, but that was like the last, Kanye West was the last song that I actually have to sort of review for this project. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the project as a whole, and then we'll just end the stream with Pick Up the Phone. Man, you know, this is a really nice album, honestly. It wasn't as mind-blowing to me as, I've only heard it once, granted, but, you know, so much fun, Beautiful Thugger Girls. Those albums, the first time I heard them, they were like, you know, wow, Young Thug is such a special, you know, talent. And Jeffery shows off how special of an artist he is, but now that I've heard other projects from him, I was expecting this from him, you know what I mean? So this wasn't surprising in any way. The high quality to this project wasn't surprising. It wasn't eye-opening. It wasn't this aha moment for me. It might have been for a lot of people when it dropped at 2016. So I don't have that, you know, I don't have the context listening to this now for the first time, 5 years later. You know, this could have been really instrumental and monumental when it dropped. I would have no way of knowing. I'm listening to it in 2021. So having heard other projects from Young Thug, this is just exactly what I expect from him. It's weird and it's quirky and it's strange and it's different and it's really atmospheric and creative, and his vocals are always super, I mean, Alex Stone said it really well, expressive and, you know, charismatic, in the way he uses the ad-libs to fill out the spaces in the songs, the way he sings and hums and, you know, screams even during some portions of the track are just super emotional and just unique. No one really does that like Young Thug. So this is a nice project, man. It's really, really cool. My standout tracks are obviously Wyclef Jean and Harambe. I said that, you know, when we first started the video, but Floyd Mayweather was really cool. I love that Travis Scott feature. That's like probably my favorite feature on this album. I liked Webbie. I really like Kanye West. I thought Guwop was really nice. That Quavo feature was fire as well. RiRi had a really interesting vibe to it. But yeah, just all around, very solid album. Very, very solid all the way through. I don't think there's any skips on here. So yeah, if I had to rate it, I mean, this is the first time I heard it, so I don't really like to rate albums immediately, but I'd probably give it like an 8. Just right off the bat, I'd give it an 8 at least, you know, just a really fun album to listen to, and it's not that long, honestly. So for whatever reason, if you haven't heard this, definitely check it out. And with that said, let's just, you know, listen to Pick Up the Phone, and then I'll do the outro. There's no way not to smile when you hear this, man. Yeah, man, that's just an awesome song. That's one of my favorites. That's like one of my favorite Travis Scott, Young Thug collabs, man. All three of them went crazy, though. Quavo did his thing on that, too. He's my least favorite verse, but yeah. Love that song. So yeah, I gave my thoughts on the album already. So with that said, guys, thank you all so much for tuning into the stream. I'll see you guys later, man. Thank you all so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'll see you guys later. Until then, stay safe, guys. Peace out.